What's down, fam? It's your boy Slim South 504. Make sure y'all subscribe to Hooded Jube. You heard me? Let's go.
What's up, folks? This is John Barnes, and you already know this shit more than a game, man. You also already know that it's NOLA versus all y'all. And you also know that it ain't YouTube if you ain't subscribed to my dog, Hooded Jube. Come on, man, what are you waiting for? You already know. It's still Who Dat.
What up, family? This your boy DeRight, repping that Who Dat Nation all the way here in Florida. If it's YouTube, you gotta subscribe to my boy Hoodie Jube.
What's up, world? It's your boy Carlos Clayton. I'm the host of Uneducated Sports Talk. Subscribe to the big homie Hoodie Jube for everything New Orleans Saints. Who dat?
Hey, this your boy, Dog 17, the host of the Keeping It Real Who Dat Sports Podcast. Just want to remind y'all, go ahead and subscribe to my homie Hoodie Jube's channel. And like always, love.
What's good, guys? My name is Zach.
And I'm Nonfiction, and we are Real Fan Sports.
And you need to stop what you're doing right now. Hit that subscribe button and subscribe to your boy, Hoodie Jube.
Hoodie Jube.
Yeah.
What's good, Who Dat Nation, man? I know it's been a hot minute, but guess what? We are back. And on this episode of this live podcast, man, we're going to be doing the preview matchup for this Sunday where the Saints will be taking on the Chicago Bears in New Orleans inside the Superdome. So guess what? Sit tight, get your popcorn, get you some drink, and get ready to come talk some Saints football.
You can't see us, our time is now. Saints going to the Super Bowl, talking black and gold. Cameron Jordan on the field, about to take a QB soul. Ever Kamara break a tackle, so you know he bold. Mike Thomas catching everything, so you know he cold. He talking Byron Matthew, he talking Marcus May. We in the backfield, we gon' make them pay. Them boys hitting hard, they need an X-ray. Yeah. We talking black and gold. 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 Straight to the Super Bowl. Your time is up. Our time is now. Say Hoodie, you can't see us. Our time is now. Hoodie Jube in the building. We shining now. We shining. You can't see us. Our time is now. You heard me? Your time is up. Our time is now. You can't see us. Our time is now. Say Hoodie, Hoodie Jube in the building. We shining.
Here he is, Hoodie Jube.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Hoodie Jube, and we are back with another live podcast. And for those who don't know, y'all will know, there's no YouTube without your boy, Hoodie Jube, y'all. I hope everybody's having a great Friday night, because I know I am, man. And I know it's been a hot minute. Since I've been live. Last week I was sick for 5 damn days, and then finally got back on my feet and got to go back to work. Doing both jobs again. So been busy, been sick, but we're finally back. So how's everybody been? Let me ask everybody in the chat. How's everybody been? Because I've been good now. I've been good for a few days, but like I said, just been trying to get back on my feet, trying to make sure I'm good. And now I got some time because they actually gave me off this Friday, so had off to be able to come live and talk some Saints football with everybody. And I can't wait to go over this preview with y'all about the Chicago Bears coming to town, which they were saying probably no Justin Fields again. He's doubtful to play with his finger injury. So it's gonna be a good game, I think, because you know how Saints do against rookie quarterbacks, especially when you don't have too much film on the guy and stuff like that. So we still got to respect the quarterback no matter if it's Justin Fields or not, right? So it's going to be a fun matchup, especially after a good win last weekend, right, against the Colts. I wasn't able to do a recap with everybody because I was sick, wasn't feeling good. But before we get into the Chicago Bears preview, let's talk about the Colts game from last week since I wasn't able to. Saints went in there, We was down, I think, by 10 points at one point, but never gave up, kept scoring, and the Saints actually scored 5 touchdowns in that game last weekend. So shout out to the offense, shout out to the team to finally get that, offense rolling a little bit. And I'm happy to see that we finally caught a little bit of momentum right on the offensive side, because every time we got to the red zone, most of the time we just could not get in the end zone. We just couldn't score. Last weekend we finally found a way to get into the end zones. We actually scored, had a good deep pass touchdown to Rashid Shaheed. That felt good to see again. Rashid Shaheed has been balling out for us, especially deep plays. I think they said he's ranked number 2 in the NFL right now, with like the most scrimmage yards or something like that. So shout out to Rashid Shaheed, man, just balling and getting better and better every time he gets on that field, right? Um, by the way, amazing catch the way he's gonna hold on, because when they called it an interception, against Rashid Shaheed that game, um, when they showed the replay, man, Rashid Shaheed never let his hands off that ball, and they called it a catch, could have go towards the offense. So amazing, amazing. So I'm finally glad that we found, a momentum at on offense, but our defense need to get back to the defense that we know we can be, and hopefully that defense gets back on track as well. Because if the offense starts rolling and they keep up the momentum like they did from the Colts game, and the defense starts actually clicking on our cylinders, this is going to be like a really scary thing. So that's what we need to see. Hopefully, um, this weekend at home, because it's a little weird how we've been playing a lot of home games, and home games really ain't home advantage for us. We ain't been using that home advantage lately, so hopefully we'll keep that. Hopefully we can kick that out the window and actually start having our home advantage again. Because people used to be scared to go play in that dome because it's so loud and all that, but it seemed like the Saints was not taking advantage of home field advantage. So um, let's stay back our home advantage this weekend. Let's keep that offense momentum going, and let's get our defense back on track. Hopefully the defense gets back into the rhythm that we know that the defense can. And like I said, with the defense that we know they can be, and with the offense keeping the momentum, it's going to be a really good stretch for the rest of the season. And I know there's a lot of people out there, because I've been talking and arguing with one of our subscribers about it, and I argue, with some other people as well on Twitter about this. But a lot of people were trying to downgrade the Saints play last weekend because we played against the Colts. Well, yeah, look at the Colts defense, da 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 da, and then they saying, oh well, then now we're going up against a Bears defense, da 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 da. I don't give a damn what these defenses are ranked. This is the NFL. These are professional players. Anything can happen on any given Sunday. And let me tell y'all this: the Colts defense that we went up against last weekend, bro, held the Ravens to 19 points. The Ravens, Lamar Jackson and them to 19 points. Held C.J. Stroud and the Texans, who scored a lot of points on a lot of people lately, held them to 20, and they held the Tennessee Titans to 16. Now you flip it over to the Bears, right? Who everybody's complaining about. Oh, but y'all playing the Bears. We're playing the Bears this week too. So if they do good again, it's just because they're playing a terrible defense. Okay, well, they held the Vikings to 19. The Commanders just scored 38 plus points on the Eagles defense, who's supposed to be like one of the best defenses in the league, supposedly. They held the Commanders to 20, and they held the Raiders to 12. So this thing, they holding some teams to some very low points. So it ain't like the defense just completely stink, that we playing against. Like I said, it's the NFL. Anything can happen any given damn Sunday. So that's why I'm trying to tell a lot of people, y'all need to stop giving excuses and saying, oh, well, it was the Colts defense. Oh, well, we're playing against the Bears defense this weekend. Oh, it was this and that. Like, y'all need to stop with the bullshit. Stop coming in here with that late shit. Because y'all gotta do what y'all do to Carr and everybody else from before. He played a bad game, y'all trashed him. He plays a good game, y'all still trashing him, right? If he plays a good game, give them their credit, because they played a good game. I don't give a damn who it's against. I don't care. You know why I don't care? It's the NFL. They got teams losing. 49ers, bro. 49ers. We all thought they were going to be the number one team in the NFL this year just because of the talent on them. They lost 3 straight games so far. If we win this weekend and the 49ers lose, we tied with them 5-4. Think of that. That's how crazy this NFL season. There's not a lot of teams that are just winning. You know, the Eagles, I think, are 6-1 and all that. And a lot of teams got 4 wins. A lot of teams got 3 wins. A lot of teams got 2 wins. Like, it's insane. And matter of fact, while we talking about this, how about I just pull up the goddamn let me pull up the records right now for the NFL. Let me look at all these NFL standings right now. And let's see what we're looking like. Let's see. All right, so Dolphins 6-2. The Chiefs are 6-2. The Ravens 6-2. The Jags are 6-2. So those are your 6-2 teams on the AFC side. From the NFC side, the teams with 6 wins that are 6-2 are the Lions, and that's all your 6-2s. Then you go to the Eagles 7-1, and the only one that's 7-1 in the NFC is who? The Eagles. Nobody in the AFC is 7-1. Okay. You go back to the NFC side. Cowboys are 5-2. Seahawks are 5-2. 49ers are 5-3. And I think that's all your 5-win teams on the NFC side. AFC side, Bills 5 wins. Steelers 5 wins. And that's it. That's it. Now let's go to the 4-win teams. Jets 4 wins. Browns, Bengals 4 wins. That's all you got in the AFC. NFC, Vikings, Falcons, Saints 4 wins. All right. NFC, 3-win teams. Commanders, Rams, Buccaneers. AFC, Titans, Colts, Texans, Raiders, Broncos, and that's it for your 3-win teams. Your 2-win teams, Patriots. That's it for the AFC. Patriots, only 2-win team. Giants, 2. Packers, 2. Bears, 2. And that's it for the NFC. And then your 1-win teams are the Cardinals and the Panthers. So think, there's a lot of teams that got 2 wins, a lot of teams that got 3 wins, a lot of teams that got 4 wins. What I'm trying to say is, anything can happen on any given Sunday. So to downgrade your own team and your own players and to downgrade them and say, oh, well, it was against the Cubs. Oh, it was against the Bears. Oh. Guess what? Other teams that are really good are losing to teams that are terrible. What's their excuse? They just didn't have a good game. It's the NFL. Like I said, any mother freaking thing can happen. And this is another thing I wanted to bring up because I've been arguing with a lot of people and I've been telling them straight to their face about this, okay? Something else I love to tell people about this. Derek Carr is a veteran. So, yes, we always expect Derek Carr to, come into an offense and start, clicking right away. He's a veteran, right? But guess what? It's a new team, new teammates, new players around him, right? So, guess what happens when you got new people around you? You got to get used to them. You got to gel together. You got to figure out how they run their routes, how they do this, how they do that, how they like it. You got to learn how to do certain things with certain players. You got to know how your coach like calling plays. You got to figure out what plays work for you, what plays don't work for you. You got to even stuff out and try to gel everything and make it nice and smooth. But guess what? Nobody's giving him time to gel and do all that shit. Oh, but it's already week 7. Yeah, guess what? This is week 9. Week 8, they finally started gelling in together. The week before that, it looked like they were gelling a little bit, but we still lost. We still wasn't looking perfect like we should. Last weekend against the Colts was not perfect, but we gelled a little bit. It looked like we was finding a little bit momentum because we finally scored 5 touchdowns, right? And this is the thing that I want to touch up on. Yes, Derek Carr is a veteran. Yes, you wanted him to start clicking boom, 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 boom right away. But let me tell you something about this. Everybody who considered the GOAT in the NFL, motherfucking Tom Brady, TB12, everybody who called him the GOAT, switched teams for the first time after 16, 17 plus years with the Patriots. What happens? Guess what his record was with the Bucks before they finally started turning things around on offense, started clicking on all cylinders, and started winning games, and finally won the Super Bowl. You want to know what their record was? 7-5. 7-5. And then they went on a win streak. And then they won a Super Bowl from there. So if you telling me that you're already done with Carr and all that, then maybe you should go look back at Tom Brady and see if they gave up on Tom Brady just yet, having them at a 7-5 record when they were suspecting the GOAT Tom Brady to probably go undefeated, especially with the weapons he had around, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Leonard Fournette, Antonio Brown. Just think of that. Gronkowski. They thought they were going to go undefeated because they were loaded. But no, it doesn't work like that. You got to get used to your players. You got to be calling the right plays out there that works for your team and your players. And you got to gel together. That's why Tom Brady and then went 7-5. And then people are like, but yeah, Hoodie. That's Tom Brady though. Would that make sense? You just proved my damn point. Tom Brady, the GOAT of all people, the GOAT was struggling and went 7-5. But you expecting a guy that's a veteran too, and Derek Carr, who is not as good as Tom Brady, to just gel quicker than the GOAT did? Please make that make sense. That's what I'm trying to tell people. Y'all need to stop trashing your team, trashing the quarterback play, because y'all are just so stubborn and so terrible fans, and y'all make me sick sometimes. And I don't give a damn if you don't like what I'm saying. If you don't like what I'm saying, you can unsubscribe. I really don't care, because you don't belong here. You do not belong here if you don't like hearing this. Because I'm just being straight up honest with you. You do not need to be here if you're going to be trashing Derek Carr and waiting for him to make one bad play every damn game. If you waiting for him to throw a pick or he overthrows him, and y'all waiting for that just to do that as a fan, then you're not a real fan. You're just waiting for him to fail. And that is shit I do not like. If you don't like that, unsubscribe and leave. I don't give a damn, because that is not acceptable on this goddamn channel. Because we got people downplaying and talking trash about Carr. Oh, well, was against the coach. I don't give a damn. It's the NFL. He had a good game. Give him his mother effing credit, because when he does bad, you want to talk shit about him all day. But when he plays good, you still want to talk shit about him. Keep the same mother effing energy, okay? Excuse my damn French. But keep the same energy. Keep it. Makes me damn sick. Just makes me sick. But I'm about to go over this preview. Let everybody know what's the keys to victory this weekend. And then I'm open up the lines. And anybody that's got to disagree with me, fine, disagree with me. Unsubscribe it. That's how y'all want to be. But guess what? At least I'm giving my quarterback and my team time, because I don't give up super quick. Because like I said, I look at the details. I look at every single thing. It's not one person. The whole team wasn't gelling together. And last weekend, we finally looked like we gelled together. And it's not because it was the coach. No. It's because we finally started calling the right plays. We finally started doing the right thing. And the team finally looked like they were on the same page. And I loved what Kamara said. He said, dude, yeah, we might have scored 5 times, but we're not even up to the, we're not even up to the standard. Like, we're not even playing to our, best form yet. And he said, if we can do that, not being at the top right now, just wait till we get there. Like they said, there's a lot of things they can clean up and work on. And that's what I'm loving about this team. If we can throw 5 touchdowns and we're still not where we need to be, just wait to where we are, where we need to be, right? Wait till we get to that point. So that's what I'm trying to tell a lot of people, man. Y'all need to shut your damn mouths and just let this team play and support them whether they win or lose. Because it's not fun being a Saints fan, listening to all the Saints fans waiting to trash their own players and their team and their coaches, waiting to trash them before you even give these people time. We had a 500 record at 4-4. We could be 2. We could be the Panthers 1-6. We could be 2-3 like other teams. But we 4-4 like other teams, like the Bengals, who are good, like the Bills. Dude, they got so many other good teams that are considered Super Bowl contenders that got the same record as us. Some of them even got worse records than us. That's why I said, get this team time to gel. And if we keep up what we're doing and we keep the momentum from last weekend on offense and get back to the defense, oh my Lord, I won't even be able to hear from y'all ever again. Because all y'all going to do is be quiet. Y'all going to be like, I don't know what the freak to say. You know what I'm saying? That is how I feel. Like I said, if you don't like it, oh well. But let me go over the keys to victory. Number one, I need to see our defensive line get some pressure this week. But like Cam Jordan said, it's hard to get to the quarterback when their game plan is to get it out of his hand in about a second and a half. You know, he got about 1.5 seconds before they try to get out the quarterback's hands. So it's hard to get back to the quarterback in a second and a half, right? So I understand Cam Jordan's point on why they maybe not getting as much, sacks and stuff like that. It's because it's the game plan, to try to get it out quick. Now, I do want us to win at the line of scrimmage, I want us to get to the quarterback, put some pressure on that rookie quarterback. The rookie quarterback can scramble and run if he needs to. So that's something that the Saints got to watch. He did win a game for the Bears already before. So don't take it lightly. Don't look at him just and be like, we don't have to do nothing. He ain't going to do nothing to hurt us. Nope. We got to take them serious like if they another team, because this is the NFL. You can't take nobody lightly. You got to take everybody serious. Every game serious. So number one, I want to see that defensive line put some pressure and get some sacks this weekend against that rookie guy. Put some fear into him. Second, I want to see our offensive line hold up again because, don't forget, the Bears just traded for, right before the trade deadline, they traded for Montez Sweat from the Washington Commanders, who is a really good edge rusher, really good at, best especially at stopping the run off the edge, and he's still a good pass rusher as well. Like, he's really a good edge. And that was a good trade for the Bears to go get a guy like him to help him out on defense, right? So I need our offensive line to protect Carr, to open up them lanes for Kamara, and, win, I need them to win up front this week on both sides, offense and defense. Those are my two, basically I'm going to put those two together as, number one key to victory. We just need to win up front. Second, we need to see our offense, a momentum, continue from the Colts game. We need the same, momentum. The same where we got in the red zone, we scored. When we got to the red zone, we got the balls in the playmakers' hands, which were Taysom Hill and Kamara in them. That's who you need to put the ball. That's who you need to get the ball to. Those are your playmakers for a damn reason, right? Kamara is hard to stop in the red zone. Taysom Hill, like everybody says, and I love Kamara to death too. Kamara even said it out of his mouth perfectly. Taysom Hill is like the tuss puss. You can't stop it. You know it's coming, and you still can't stop the Eagles tuss puss, right? Same thing for Taysom. You know what's coming, and it's hard to stop the brother. So open up the holes. When you get to the red zone, give it to your playmakers. Another key to victory, Olave and Carr need to be on the same page. We need to see this bounce back. We need to see the Olave that we know we have. And I'm glad to hear him talk in the interview the other day, saying that he knows he hasn't been himself. He kind of felt like a little slump year this year. And he said he's facing adversity. And he said, but guess what? Adversity is only going to, he's going to face the adversity. He's going to win this. He's going to turn it around. And he said it's going to be better and better than what he was last year. He's going to be way better. He's going to be, good. So this is a game that I can see Chris Olave having a bounce back year. And that is what we need. That is what we need this weekend as well for a key to victory. We need Carr and Olave on the same page. So that's another key to victory. And also, I say my last key to victory is we need to slow down Mr. DJ Moore. Because for some reason, every time we play against DJ Moore always has some pretty decent, good stats against, Lattimore and stuff like that. DJ Moore's pretty decent against him. So we need to make sure we slow down Mr. DJ Moore and do that. So like I said, so long as we win up front in the trenches on offense and defensive side, give your running back some running holes, give your quarterback some time to pass. And if we get in the trenches on defense and get to the quarterback and put pressure on him and put some fear in him, he's probably going to make some rookie mistakes, and that's going to turn into some turnovers. And that turnovers we got to make, and turn into points, just like we was doing last weekend, how we scored 5 touchdowns. And that's what we need to do. And that's not even our best performance yet. Yes, that's the best performance offense, but they said that's not even what they're capable of. So that's some other things I want to see as well. And then, like I said, we need to see Olave and Derek Carr on the same page, which I think Chris Olave will have his bounce back game. We'll see the Olave that we've seen rookie season coming up. And then, last but not least, we do need our defensive backs to hold DJ Moore. Make sure that boy does not have the biggest game of his life, I'm not too worried about their running game too much. I don't feel like their running game is that dangerous, so that's why it's not really a key to victory to me. I would be more worried about their passing, offense, just because they got DJ Moore, they got Darnell Mooney, they got who was the other receiver they had that's really good? It was Chase Claypool. He was good too, but never got they traded him. So it's really Darnell Mooney and DJ Moore is your top, receiver that you got to watch out for. And then you got to watch out for the tight end Cole. I think his name Cole Net or something. Met. I don't know how to say his last name, but you got to watch out for that tight end because he's pretty good as well. So those are my key to victories for our New Orleans Saints that, we need to do to win this game. But I put the link in the chat. Click that link. Don't be afraid to hit that link and come on and come talk your stuff. Like I said, I don't give a damn what you think. We're going to have us a talk. But let's bring on, we got Mr. Hurricane Mikey in the building. What's up?
What's up? I'm doing better than today.
You're doing better today?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Glad you're doing better, man. So, what was your thoughts? I didn't get to hear from them, y'all. What was your thoughts on the performance last weekend, and what are you thinking, should happen this weekend for us to beat these Bears?
Well, I think. Wait, you can still hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, good. The Saints, in order for us to beat the Bears, it comes down to if we can get a stop, because we can score against the Bears defense. They don't worry me. I'm not scared of Montez Sweat because he has not learned the scheme yet. I don't really think he has, or I don't really know. I think in order for us to get above 500 this weekend, we have to
well, where you go, Mike? Hello, Mike. Hey, where you go? Yo. All right, we'll bring you back on, Mikey. We're going to bring Miss Megan on next. What's up, Miss Megan?
Hey, Hoodie. Who dat, fam? Been a red hot minute since I spoke to you, brother. Good to see you. I just want to say something about what you were saying about Derek Carr in relation to the Seahawks. Totally agree with what you said about Derek, by the way. We have certain sections of the 12 nation that feel the same about Geno. And I know Brandon, who you know, and I feel like we are decking our heads against the wall when we show what we believe and what the stats show in terms of Gino not being as bad as everyone thinks he is. Does my head in, and I completely understand the rant for you with Derek Carr because, you know, I feel the same way about Gino. We have the Ravens this weekend, so it's win-win for me, but all I want to say is completely agree with you about Derek Carr, and good God, top of the NFC West is looking mighty fine, brother. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Yeah, the 49ers lost 3 straight. That's still shocking to me, though. But like I've been trying to tell everybody, Miss Megan, I don't know if you was in here when I was reading all the records out. There's not that many teams up there. You know, you got a few 6 wins, you got a few 5 wins. Everybody else is 4 or 3 wins. It's crazy this season.
And as you well know, the Seahawks are in the second year of a rebuild after Russell. And what I love is, the 49ers have fallen down. But everyone who said the 49ers would sweep the division and the Seahawks had no chance of turning around going, as you said, 3 losses to the Niners, what that is going on. And of course, I want to ask you what you thought of Leonard Williams to the Seahawks. I've watched him since USC in 2015. I'm not all that enthused about it. I would have loved Uche, but of course that wasn't going to happen. What do you guys... and then someone said, what about Chase Young? Oh, hell no. Just saying. So I'm interested as a 12 and proud member of this Seahawks Nation, what you guys think about Leonard Williams coming to Seattle, if you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, I like the trade just because I feel like y'all got I think y'all set now at y'all corners and y'all DBs. You know, I like Diggs in the back as your safety. I like Witherspoon and Woolen on the outside. I feel like y'all still got Bobby Wagner, but I feel like y'all you got some solid linebackers as well. And I think y'all just needed some defensive line help, especially up in that middle. And now y'all got a stud in Leonard Williams, so that's gonna help out y'all defense even more, especially in the run game as well. Because he's a guy that you just can't run on this easily. So I think that's gonna help y'all out tremendously. And then you already know how the offense is. Y'all offense can start clicking any second now. Anyway, because we know Gino, we saw what Gino can do last year with the team and stuff like that. So, him, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, the new rookie, from Ohio State. So, like I said, y'all got weapons for days. Y'all can do it. Kenneth Walker, still good. Like I said, it's gonna take any second now for y'all to start clicking on offense. And now y'all adding a really strong piece at defensive tackle to help out. So I think it's just going to be a matter of time for y'all just to really start clicking on all cylinders. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be a hard team to face because that's why y'all on top right now too. Just think of that.
Yeah, exactly. The only game that really scares the hell out of me is not the Niners on Turkey Day, like everyone's saying, but it's actually the Eagles. That team frightens me hugely. But yeah. So it's good to talk to you again and talk to the fam again. But yeah, I totally concur with what you were saying about Derek Carr because we have that section of the 12s with Gino. But yeah, we'll see. All right, Hoodie, I'm going to love you and leave you because I did a live stream at 2 a.m. this morning and yet to go to bed, and it's almost 4 p.m. So I'm dozing off. But great to talk to you again, Hoodie. Who dat? Go Hawks. Talk soon.
Yes, who dat to you? And go Hawks. All right, let's bring Mikey back on. Mikey, you there?
Yep.
Yeah, I lost you earlier, but we got you back.
This week has just been terrible. So.
Yeah. So I mean, so what was your thoughts last weekend on that performance? 'Cause I didn't get to really hear you because you got cut off and everything. So.
Yeah, that's my luck for you. But yeah, last week, versus Indianapolis, a part of me, I feel like I was definitely impressed because, like, the Colts, people are saying that they have a bad defense. They do not have a bad defense. We're talking about a defense who nearly shut down the Jacksonville's offense, basically shut down Baltimore's offense. And they shut down everybody's offense. So, and then I just love that the Saints were able to have fire in their heart, because that's one thing that I miss about the old Saints is that whenever the Saints go down, they just don't have the energy. It's like they go down by 10 points and they're lost. It's like, we're down by 10 points. It's over. Good night. I'm see you next week. Good night. Good night. I'm seeing you next week. I'm blind. Good night. But now they're like, I can see you again. We're gonna come back, and they were able to come back and win the game. But yeah, we obviously had that Taysom Hill touchdown, and then 3 and out, and Shaheed. He does best. But I like their performance. I just want to know where our secondary coach has been, because he's definitely not been in the film room. But yeah, I was impressed last week. I definitely think our defense has to get better, because this defense ain't no top 5 defense like we thought it was. If it's playing like this, like, man, because, like, I feel like Alontae Taylor's been good, Marcus May's been good, Lattimore's been good, but some of these players, Alvin Kamara said it best. Like, he does not know what some of these players be doing, and I believe him, because, like, this ain't Madden where you have on rookie mode and then you get 100 sacks and goes 17-0 win Super Bowls. Like, this ain't how it works, where it's all fine and dandy. Like, I just don't understand it, because, like, a guy like me, I have the mentality that if you, so I get this, right? If your soul in the game, get out the game. That's my mentality, I played football back in the day, and back then, if I knew I wasn't right, I told coach, hey man, I cannot play the rest of the game. Like, I'll tell him. A couple times I did that. And I was warming up for next game, and I'm like, all right, coach, I'm going to be ready for next game. That's what these guys got to start doing, because these guys are like, man, I got to get my shine, man. I got to plays. But they have to get their mind ready. I don't know, because I don't know what these people be doing. I feel like the Saints, like, we played the Bears, and you can ask Jerry about this. There's this one Chicago Bears fan that decided to wake the beast the offseason. And let's just say the beast is not a beast you want to mess with unless you want to die. So if the Saints march into the Dome, whoop your ass, you better hide. That's all I'm going to say.
So what happened? Is a Bear fan talking some smack?
So this is what happened, right? All right, so there's this Bears fan, Chicago Sports Talk Michael, or whatever his name is. So, like, there's this, like, I don't know if you remember, but there's also this Giants fan who said that Derek Carr was the worst quarterback to ever touch the earth. And I was going after him. I made a couple of videos on him saying how he was dumb. And then he got into my conversation, started calling me a loser, saying I was a waste of space, saying I was a waste of life. And then kept getting personal. And then he got mad for making the video him. And then he made a video on me, which made no sense because he didn't like it when I did it, but he wanted to do it. And then he literally does it to a lot of people before I even did it, so that made no sense. So, and then I was telling him, and then he said, and I remember this, he said in week 9, he will kick our ass. And I and I never forgot that quote. So when we go into the Dome, win by almost 30, I'm gonna make him wish he was never born.
What they? Sounds like y'all
Cause
had a toxic
you
conversation.
know, I know, and you know, I don't play. Like when I don't make threats, I make promises. And if I would have promised him anything, he would have been under some wheel.
Well, let me ask you, what do you know, like, watching the game, from last weekend, we know what we did, what we need to, do to, you know, to continue the success that we did, because there was a lot of good plays, called, a lot of plays, that were really good ran. And then they had some plays where it just seemed like they just wasn't, the right calls to call at the time. It looked like some plays we just wasn't on the same page. But for the most part, it looked like we were successful, like when we got to the red zone, we used Taysom Hill, right? When we got to the red zone, we looked for AK. We looked for our playmakers when we finally got to the red zone instead of just trying to draw it up the receivers in a fade route or something like that. So what are some things that you think the Saints got to do Sunday, to score on the Bears? Like what are some things that you want to see that we did in the Colts game?
So this doesn't really have anything to do with like what we did in the Colts game, but this is something I do have a problem with sometimes. Even though it kind of works, I feel like this is why our offense hasn't really been efficient. It's because whenever I don't want Taysom Hill coming into the game when our offense is in rhythm, because this is what we like to do. Our offense is driving, and then Taysom Hill comes, has a good play, then the offense gets rusty. I want, like, if the offense ain't doing good, then let Taysom run the ball for a bit and then let us get a free first down, and then we can try it out. But I don't want to see us drive down the field, get to Chicago's 25-yard line on a 1st and 10, and have Taysom Hill run the ball, and then we settle for a field goal. I don't want to see that. If I see that, somebody's going to die. Somebody is going to have a foot because there's no reason that you should be calling that. Looking at you, Pete Carmichael, there's no reason that Ronald Curry called better plays with practice squad players in the preseason, and you can't do that with the real players. Do better. But yeah,
I do like that plays though, to be honest with you, where you're marching down the field, we get inside the 20-something, like we get in the red zone, and then you start utilizing Taysom Hill. That was the reason why we scored a lot too last week, was because of Taysom Hill getting in the red zone and doing his little, QB sneaks and just getting behind. And I'm a big 99, Mr. Sanders. I like that play. I like Sanders coming in. I mean Saunders.
Yeah, I like it too. I just don't want us to like overutilize it. Because over time, it's gonna like become noticeable, and then people are gonna start, and then the offense is fine. And then they're gonna know how to shut down our offense because they're gonna know when Taysom coming into the game. So
but you gotta realize it. But don't forget this, Mikey. Don't forget this. Alvin Kamara said it out of his mouth last week too. Everybody knows what's coming with Taysom Hill. They most likely running it 9 out of 10 times. Maybe you might get a throw like we did to Rashid Shaheed where he got it down the field, right? But most of the time, he's running the damn ball. But Alvin Kamara said out of his mouth the best. Taysom Hill is like the Eagles' tush push. It don't matter. You know it's coming. You just can't stop it, right? So until a team shows that they can just completely stop that, then that's when they're going to, not use it during the game. But remember this. I just want to let you know, you got to let Taysom Hill touch the ball a lot, even though we striving down the field and we get in the red zone, because listen to this stat. Saints are 17-1 when Taysom Hill has 7 or more carries a game. Think of that. We only lost one game with him carrying the ball 7 or more times. If he carries it 7 or more times, we're 17-1. You get what I'm saying? You got to get the ball into your playmaker hand. He's the one making big plays for you when you get into the red zone because they know it's coming, but they can't stop him because he's a physical, fast runner. and he just puts his head down,
That's true.
he's gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you gotta do. And remember last week when we got into the red zone, people probably thought, "Oh shit, we ain't gonna score. We in the red zone now." Derek Carr ain't gonna score. But guess what? We did score. Why? Because we did a nice little angle route to Kamara. And boom, right up the middle, he used his playmaking skills and scored and got into the end zone. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. Use your playmakers like Taysom, like Kamara, and especially when you get to the red zone, if we like really close and we need to draw it up, look for a guy like Jimmy Graham, 6'7", big body, box somebody out to draw it up to him, he'll catch it. Use your big body people and use your playmakers when you get to that red zone, and a lot of people are hating on him. Because I was arguing with one of our subscribers earlier. I ain't gonna call that person out, but I'm just saying we was arguing earlier, and that person said, "Yeah, Carr had a good game last weekend, but Taysom Hill bailed him out and all that." I'm like, look, Derek Carr got 2 passing touchdowns, played great for us last weekend, literally did good, and y'all complaining because when we got to the red zone, they finally did the smart stuff and called the right plays and put it in their playmakers' hands, which is Taysom Hill, which is Kamara. This is what we've all been asking to do when we get to the red zone, get it into your playmakers' hands. And when we finally do what we do and Carr still gets the touchdown and plays a good game, y'all still bitch and y'all still complain? You get what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't understand our fans. It's like, I understand y'all frustrated because he hasn't been the quarterback that we wanted him to be yet, but it takes time. It takes time to gel. And I already told people this earlier, Michael. I don't know if you was in here. I told people Tom Brady, the mother freaking GOAT, went 7-5 in his first season with the Bucs. They were 7-5, and then they finally changed up some stuff and they started gelling together and they went on a win streak and won the Super Bowl. And they telling me, "Oh, well, that's Tom Brady. That's Tom Brady." Okay, you just made my point then. Tom Brady, the mother effing GOAT, struggled when he went to a new team. He went 7-5. And y'all complaining about Carr at 4-4 right now. And we finally started looking like we might be gelling together.
Yeah, because, like, on Sundays, right, when the Saints play, I don't know if y'all know this, but I am a co-host with the Who Dat Center. So I guess you can check it out if you want free Saints knowledge, I guess. But we were streaming the Jacksonville game together, right? Mm-hmm. And then I'm not going to say no names. I don't know if he's here right now. But I just look in the chat, and this one guy just starts saying, "See, Mikey, I told you, Derek Carr was trash. He's the worst quarterback. I told you he's trash." And I said, "Why is he trash?" And then he started giving me a whole lot of blah blah. And then one of his reasons was that, like, one of his reasons is that he's not a good red zone QB. And all right, so that is true. He does struggle in the red zone. But to be fair, that's why he does not have to be good in the red zone no more. Because we got Taysom Hill back there. Okay? That's number one. And number two, the second reason was that, man, because he always be down so much, that's why he has to come back. And then he literally said with his own typing thing, whatever, that you have to put your team in position. And I'm like, you do realize you just proved me right. Because, like, if you put your team in position to win, then you have to be a good QB, right? Like, when was the last time you heard Josh Rosen put his team in position? When's the last time Marcus Russell put his team in position to win? When's the last time Daniel Jones put his team in position to win? Mm-hmm. Derek Carr, he did that last week.
I mean, Derek Carr does have the most comeback wins right now. He's the most comeback wins right now, but they call him trash, but they don't see that. A lot of people don't realize it takes a little time to gel, and a lot of people – remember how we was first saying, like, yo, Chris Olave's not running his route right, this ain't looking good, but people was trying to stick up for Olave. Well, Olave even said it last week. He said, "Yeah, I've been having a slump season. I ain't been the guy that I could be," but he says, "I'm going to face this adversity and I'm going to turn it around and get back on track." He even said it himself that he knows he hasn't been doing it. So, and this is what I love, too. Everybody was mad at Carr for yelling. Carr even said out of his mouth, "I know I took it too far for yelling. I shouldn't be doing that." But guess what Cam Jordan said on Mr. Collins' show when he got asked about that? About your quarterback, yelling. How do y'all feel about that? Cam Jordan said this out of his mouth. He said, Carr already apologized to literally all of us, and we told him it's okay because they said we know what type of dude you are. You're a competitive guy. You want to win. And guess what? It's okay to have people that yell like that because remember, Tom Brady, the mother effing GOAT, used to yell at people, draw the pads on the thing, yelling at his teammates, making sure they on the same page, doing good. Because you know why? Derek Carr is competitive. He just wants to win. And when he sees people not doing the right thing and it's not able for them to connect and, to run the offense correctly, he gets a little pissed and it's not going the right way. He's going to be mad. Why? Because he's competitive. That's everybody. Just like our Saints fans. When shit ain't going your way, what's happening? Y'all start catching a fit and start saying people are trash and calling names and shit. It's the same shit that he was doing. He was just frustrated because he's competitive and he wants to just succeed and win, and this stuff wasn't looking good. So for people to say, "Oh, well, he's a bad leader," no, it ain't that, brother. It ain't that. Because Cam Jordan said out of his mouth, he's a good leader. He said it's literally that's how it is. So that's why I just wanted to let people know.
Yeah, and Hoodie. So also, because people, they keep saying how it's all Derek Carr's fault. It's Olave's fault, Thomas' fault, the defense fault. But there's no, if you want to blame somebody, then you got to blame everybody from the players, the coaches, everybody. Because it's a team sport. Last time, 53 people, not like a 1v1 basketball. It's not a 1v1 football tournament. It's not a 1v1 ping pong tournament. It's not a 1v1 pickleball tournament. It's football. People are gonna have their bad days. People are gonna have their good days. Some you win, some you lose, some. Like the Saints, right? The Saints were a football team. The Saints were never a football team since the year 1967. They did not get their first ring since 2010. You know how big of a gap that is? They didn't even make the playoffs till 1987. That's 20 years. They didn't even win their first playoff game since the year 2000. That's 20 more years. So y'all can bitch, moan, saying how Derek Carr's not good enough, Olave's not good enough. Oh, we should trade Olave for an offensive lineman. Man, that's stupid, by the way. But it's not going to change the fact that it's like you screaming into a wall. It's not going to change it. It's not going to change the outcome. It's not going to magically make it better. If it does, keep doing it then. But you're just wasting your breath. And as somebody who used to do that all the time, I still do it. Y'all probably know that. I don't do it as often now, but I still do it when I get overly upset. People have their moments. People have their time in the sun. People are upset. Derek Carr, and people are like, man, Derek Carr wants to be Peyton Manning so bad. But this is what I don't understand. Peyton Manning does it, it's okay. If Carr does it, he's the worst teammate on the planet. If Tom Brady does it, it's fine. Does it, he needs to. In fact, you want to know the worst thing I heard from that Giants fan that I was talking about earlier? He said that there's starving kids in Africa who needs money, and yet we're paying Carr $150 million. And I'm like, what did those kids do? Tell those kids to pick up a football. I'm not trying to be mean to those kids, but it's a business at the end of the day. Like playing football is different than starving in Africa. Now you're just being insensitive. It's one thing to say Derek Carr is bad, okay, you can have that. But bringing African kids involved, to them I know you're just a sucker, and you always be a sucker. You will never amount to anything in your life. That's why you sit. In fact, I show my face on YouTube. I'm doing it right now because I'm dirty, but I've seen your face once. So show me your face It didn't even talk. Stupid ass.
Yep. But I don't think people realize it, But like I tell them, they can be mad all they want. They can make all the excuses in the road. But if you're going to wait for that one moment for him to mess up, to be talking the shit, when he does good, you better give him his credits as well and stop talking the same shit. Because if you're doing it just for one thing, then guess what? We're giving you the same energy. He had a good game. Well, guess what? We're going to talk good about him. If he doesn't have a good game, we're going to let you know he didn't have a good game. But to just say he's just trash and never give him his credit. If Carr goes on a win streak, because like I said, the schedule don't look too tough. The only other tough game that really looks really bad for us, unless we start clicking on all cylinders and we start looking really good up to this date, is the Lions. And if we beat them and we start looking good for the rest of the season, we're going to be in the playoffs. And if Derek Carr and the team, like I said, the defense starts clicking and the offense just stays and starts getting better and better and better and better like they are, then guess what? We're going to be a tough team to beat. And guess what? We can be just like the Bucks. We can literally be just like the 2020 Bucks or 2021 Bucks, whatever year it was that Tom Brady came. It can be the exact same thing. But everybody's going to hate and just keep talking shit because of the first few weeks. When in reality, just think, what is 7-5? How many games is that, Mikey?
That's 12.
12 games, right? We only going into week 9.
Mm-hmm.
And we 4-4 even right now.
Yeah,
Tom Brady was 7-5 after 12 games.
Yep.
So this thing, all we need is get 3 more wins, 3 more, and we'll have the same basically record as Tom Brady did when he first came in. Then guess what happened? Once they finally switched it around, they went on a big winning streak and won it all. Same thing can happen with the Saints because we got the players. We just got to do the right things on the field together. We got to gel. We got to call the right plays and play the football that we know that we can play. But people just want to say, oh, yeah, he had a good game, but Taysom Hill saved him. Oh, we played a good game, but it was against the Colts. Oh, we played a good game probably this weekend, but it's going to be against the Bears. Do good against a good team. When we played some good teams this year, it ain't like we just got spanked around and we just completely just sucked. You know what it was? It's still early in the season. They still trying to find their shit. They still trying to gel it together. Wait till we play a team that's good later down the season where we actually got everything under control. We got the Chris Olave we had last year, Derek Carr and all of them, clicking on our cylinders. We finally calling the right plays and utilizing the right players and using the right formations and all that. And stuff like that, using the right players on the plays. Because, I'm gonna still talk about it. Do you remember that play where they had Derek Carr run to the opposite side to hand off the AK on like a jet
I remember when Derek Carr was lined up at fullback twice.
Yeah, it's like, what personnel are y'all using with those types? You know what I'm saying? But as long as they fix that and they clean that up and they use the same plays like that, but use different formation that's gonna fool the defense, man, it's going to be a great season, like the end of the season. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. If you are a real fan, shut your mouth and just support your team and let it do it. Stop trying to give up on everybody and stop trying to trash and wait literally on Twitter or wait on the channel and come post on it. Look at Carr, he stinks. Dude, this is your fucking team. This is your quarterback. Stop trying to trash your own team. Like, you're not a real fan. You can't be like, oh, no, we're just giving you our real honest opinion. Dog, you waiting for him to fail, and then when he finally does good, what? They don't do their credit. They don't give him the credit. So that's where I get lost.
Yeah, Hoodie, can I say something?
Yeah, what's up?
So if y'all let us all know when Derek Carr loses a game, I'm gonna let y'all know when he wins a game. It's only fair. It's only fair.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all let the freaking Penguins over in Alaska know that Derek Carr played well, I'm gonna let Jesus Christ know that Derek Carr had the best game of all time. Only fair.
Hey, Mikey, I made that. I made a video of them winning and what Carr and all that, and I already got subscribers commenting on that, arguing with me. Oh, it was one game, or they'd be like, it was against the Colts. Stop with the nonsense, Hoodie. And that's when I start going off on my subscribers. I told him, I said, well, if that's the case, unsubscribe. You're not the fan that I like because you don't belong here because all you're doing is downing him. But when he plays good, you don't want to give him the credit. But you want to, go against him when he's playing bad. So that's just me. Like I told everybody from the beginning, you heard me going on my little rant earlier. And it's just me being honest with you. If you're going to argue with me and going to say that Carr is just trash and you're going to just go against him even when he plays good and you're not even going to say, yeah, he had a good game. I'm proud of our quarterback. Hopefully he keeps it up. No, he's trash. It was just a lucky game. He played against the Colts or he played against the Bears. Taysom Hill saved them in this game. Instead of giving him a credit, you're going to just wait to trash him. Then please unsubscribe.
Yeah,
you don't belong here. You don't belong here if that's what you're planning on doing.
Because look, if Derek Carr has a bad game, he has a bad game. Okay. If Derek Carr has a bad game, I'll admit he has a bad game. Like he's not the best quarterback in the world, and I'll admit that he's a middle of the road quarterback. Will he win a Super Bowl? Time will tell. I want him to win the Super Bowl. It's not likely he will, but I hope he does. Because I'm not a Saints fan. And I'm like, man, I can't wait for the season to be over so we can get done with Carr. Because whoever thinks that, dude, you just have a life. Because, first of all, you the same who was like, we need to get rid of James. And then when we started Dalton, you were happy. But then middle of last season, you were like, we need to get rid of Dalton. And then when we were in the Derek Carr sweepstakes. You're like, we gotta pick up Carr, and now we picked up Carr. You were saying that we're gonna be Super Bowl champions and that he's gonna be quarterback of all time. Now,
the funny thing is,
now you want to get rid of him. What?
You know what the problem is? Our fans are so eager to ready and to jump off the ship instead of realizing that it takes time for people to gel. And let's say they, did okay this year. Let's say they did 9-8 or 10-7. They just did above average and made it to the playoffs, right? And they get knocked off in the first or whatever. Instead of just saying no, Carr ain't, let's get rid of him. Maybe give him another shot because then he had a whole year with this team, a whole year with his offense, and then they're gonna have a whole offseason to get ready as well again. Plus training camp and all that, and they're gonna be ready because they already got their stuff together from last year. But no, y'all just ready to give up after a few games and just say he's trash. Matter of fact, I think a lot of people forgot that he did have a shoulder injury because the O-line was stinky. And I think we was on a roll that game against the Packers before we got hurt. And then after that, we couldn't do nothing. So, and then after that, that's kind of when the wins and losses basically came in where you won and then lost two, won and lost two. It was not the good thing, right? It wasn't the best. So what I'm trying to tell people is let the man get his offense right. Let him start gelling and see what we can do. And don't give up on your team and your quarterback after 1 year, because the thing about Carr and the thing that I get mad about a lot of people that talk about Carr is he never had he literally never had a season with the Raiders where he had bat to bat, season with the same coaches, same offensive coordinator, same head coach. It's always
and he was still in the MVP races.
He was with John Gruden, but people don't want to give him credit for that either, and they say he just straight up trash. But it is what it is, and guess what, Mikey? We got the annoying J-Live 504.
Oh my god.
Yeah. J-Live, I'm doing all right, man. I'm coming with hot takes.
Yeah, we know you.
Hey, look, I hear you about Derek Carr, but Derek Carr deserved all the criticism he got, bro. He earned it because he wasn't going through his reads. He wasn't, bro, even with the sorriest play calling, right? Even with he wasn't doing stuff right himself, bro. And it was glaring. It was glaring, bro.
Well, let me ask you this. I even said it myself. The play calling was bad. I don't think Carr's playing up to the potential that he should be. I even said he's not playing the best that we know Carr could, potentially be, because we've seen him. We've seen flashes. We know what he can do. But when he actually played good last week and people wanted to talk shit still, it's like, give him the credit. Like, if you want to talk shit when he plays bad, talk good when he does good. Don't keep trying to, oh, it was just a game against the Colts. It was just one game. No, maybe you just need to think about it and say, wow, that was only week 8 game, and it looked like we finally got a momentum and started gelling together. Because, like I told Mikey earlier, J-Love, you wasn't in here. Tom Brady, the mother effing GOAT, went 7-5 in his first season. In his first 12 games, he was 7-5. What happened? They changed up some things. They finally got the momentum, went on a win streak, and won it all. But people are like, well, that's Tom Brady. But that makes my point right there. If he's the mother effing GOAT, why did he struggle for 12 games and had only a 7-5 record? Because it's new teammates. You got to get used to them. You got to gel. You got to find the right plays that work for you and your teammates. And you got to go through some stuff. You're going to go through a little bit of adversity at first. But our fans base are just ready to say, oh, he's a veteran. He needs to start clicking right away. But go look at Tom Brady, the GOAT. He went 7-5 for his first effing 12 games as a Buccaneer. Carr's at 4-4 right now. What is the big deal? Why are y'all getting so mad? Y'all know the O-line. Everybody was saying, too, the O-line stinks. Well, the O-line stinks, and they get into your quarterback. You think your quarterback's going to be that good, too? No. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You got to put everything together.
He probably won't be too good, bro. But look, this is my thing with Carr. When Carr came here, bro, I don't think Carr was real. I think now he's starting to buy in. But I don't think he bought into, he wasn't about team. He had selfish goals, bro. He wanted to prove the world wrong. He'll get on camera and say it's about the city and the fans and the team and all this. But he had personal selfish goals that he wanted to accomplish. Even in games, bro. Like, he has to hit the deep ball early. If you don't give him that deep shot early, and if he can't get it, he's gonna keep trying until he can. It's just certain things. He has some type of, I call it selfish gameplay. Having Drew Brees for all this time, I noticed it. You know what I mean? Because Drew Brees was selfish. It was all about team. So when you get a guy that's saying it's about team, but you see that he really just want to prove all the naysayers wrong. It's it's all about his stats, what he could do. I mean, I felt like he felt that way. I think after that conversation that they had where they all got together, I think he kind of put some of that aside and probably looked himself in the mirror too. But I think in these first few games, bro, he just had selfish quarterback gameplay. And I think that was biting him in the ass, man. It kept on trying to take the D ball, not going through progression, trying to prove everybody wrong. And you just need to settle down, take what the defense gives you, and go through your read, go through your progression. But like I said, after that conversation, I hope they can grow from it. But we also got to keep in mind, they took advantage of, the coach and that cornerback that they had that was just garbage, right? And we just got to take everything with a grain of salt, because I still see him doing that deep shot play to close out games. That's not going to be there in the playoffs. Teams going to see that, bro. I just hope they have another play that they can go to, or they're creative enough to come up with a game with a play to go to in that situation, bro. I don't know, man. I just got my reservations, Hoodie, bro. I have my reservation, and they won't go away. I don't want to. I would love to be like, yeah, that's my guy, that's my quarterback. But the jury's still out on him, bro.
Well, this is what I would say. You can still have your opinion on saying he didn't show me enough yet. That's fine with me. I don't care. You can be a subscriber and say, I still don't believe in him yet. He could, I still got to see more. I understand that part. But I don't want you being a subscriber to me. I want you to unsubscribe if you literally waiting on Twitter to trash him after one bad play. You waiting to trash him. Like, you hoping that he fails. Like, this is your New Orleans saying, this is your team, and you hoping that he plays bad so you can talk shit. That is not a fan. That is just sad shit. You're just waiting for Derek Carr to get out of here. That's what they're doing, and that's not right. You want your quarterback to succeed. You want to say, oh, look at him in the Colts game. Even though they played the Colts, he did have a better game. He looked good. He had 2 touchdowns, and then when we got to the red zone, Pete Carmichael even looked good and said, let's get it into my playmaker's hands. Nobody can stop Taysom. Let's get it into his hands. Let's look for Kamara in the red zone. We did. Look what happened. You scored 5 touchdowns. You get what I'm saying? Support your people.
Taysom is a red zone king, bro. He really is.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. Just support the brother, right? Support your people, and this is your team. Don't trash him every damn second. And this is the thing I hate. You trash him and you talk shit about him when he does bad, but when he does good, you still trash him. That's the shit I don't like. You know what I'm saying? It's like, J Live, how would you feel if you do a few bad mistakes, people talking shit about you, but when you're doing good, they still trying to make excuses on why you did okay. I mean, you did good that game. Oh, it was this, it was that. It's like, I don't want people saying that shit. Support me when I'm doing good, but when I'm doing bad, you're ready to be in my face saying I'm shit. But when I do good, you want to talk behind my back and say, "Oh, well, it's because of this and that." No. I'm not cool with that shit, bro. If y'all gonna be like that, I tell people unsubscribe. I told them that earlier. You missed it earlier. I went on a little rant. Unsubscribe if that's how you want to be. You know what I'm saying, J Live? I know how you are. You got your ups and your downs. You know, where you say, "Okay, they finally clicking. I need to see more." That's fine. But I'm talking about the people that don't give a damn and they just waiting for him to fail. That is not a
man. Look, we need to see more against quality opponents. Like, come on, man.
We're gonna see that. I think we're gonna see that very soon too.
Especially, who are we playing that we would call quality?
The Lions is gonna. I think the Lions is gonna be our big test. That's gonna be our big test.
The Lions a good test.
Yeah, the Lions is gonna be our big test. The other big test will probably be playing the Bucks again. You know, later in the season because of the way they played us that game. We played like doo doo.
That was hard.
But which quarterback will we be playing up in Minnesota?
Let me look up. Let's see. Okay,
is it gonna be Dobbs or Hall?
Yeah, it's gonna be Dobbs probably by the time we play them. Cause we play the Bears this weekend, then next weekend. So Dobbs should be ready to go next weekend. Then you play the Falcons. You know that might be a good game just because it's a rivalry game. You know how they are.
And it's a lot. Yeah, that's a real rivalry game. They got a lot of Saints players.
The other one's a Thursday night prime game against the Rams later on in the season. That's gonna be a fun one to watch. That's gonna be a fun one to watch. You know, because the Rams ain't that bad of a team. They kind of got their up and downs. But look, J Live, this is what I said earlier. I talked to everybody in the chat. I know Mikey heard me, and everybody else that was in here. Listen to this, okay? I want you to hear how many teams got wins, okay? Hear me out, J Live. 6 wins in the league. 6. The Dolphins, the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Jags. Okay, that's your AFC teams with 6 wins. Okay, your other 6-win team from the NFC is the Lions only. Eagles is the number 1 team right now in the NFL with 7 wins, 1 loss. Okay, then you go down to your 5 wins in the NFC: Cowboys, Seahawks, 49ers. And that's it from the NFC. AFC, 5 wins. Bills, Steelers, and that's it, okay? Now you drop to your 4 wins, right? Where the Saints are. You got the Jets. You got the Browns. You got the Bengals, who are a really good team. The Bengals, 4 wins. You go to the NFC side. Vikings, 4 wins. Falcons and Saints, okay? Listen to me. That's it. 3-win teams now. Commanders, Rams, Buccaneers. That's it for your NFCs. AFC 3-win teams. Chargers, Raiders, Broncos, Texans, Colts, Titans. That's it for 3 wins. Now you go to 2 wins. Patriots is the only 2-win team in the AFC. NFC 2-win teams. Giants, Packers, Bears. Then you go down to your 1-win teams, the Cardinals and the Panthers, and that's it. Just think, you got a shitload of teams that are 4 wins, 3 wins, 2 wins, and 5 wins. The NFL season is all up in the air. We all thought the Niners were going to be the team that was going to be the best team with the record right now. Look at them. They lost 3 straight. You get what I'm saying? It's any given Sunday, anything can happen. So that's why I don't take anything. You know, I don't take anything away from no matter who the hell we're playing against, whether it's their starting quarterback was playing or this and that. It's the NFL. Anything can happen. Anything. So that's just how I feel, J-Live. The NFL is wide open for anybody right now.
Nah, it's definitely, especially in the NFC, it's definitely wide open. I hope they do, JL, bro. I'm rooting for them. Definitely.
Hey, if they could just continue off what they did last week, like Kamara said, he said, yeah, we got into the end zone 5 times, but guess what? That wasn't our best performance ever. You know, like, we can do better than this. We know we can do better. There's stuff that we can fix and clean up. And just think if they just take off
Yeah, I'm
this
hot
week,
lately.
and they take off the next week after that and keep the momentum going from the Colts game, but fix those mistakes and play better and better and better. And then the defense finally start getting back on rhythm. The team's going to be really hard to beat. But people don't see it like that because, oh, it was just one win. It was just a coach. Support the people. Say, damn, we finally scored 5 touchdowns. Let's do that again. Let's see what we got next week. You know, let's see if we got the momentum finally. Or is it just a fluke? You know? But nobody's giving the credit when they actually do. You know what I'm saying? They just ready to trash them. And that's the shit I don't like. You're not a real fan to me if you're ready to trash them right away. But you're a real fan when you say, hey, I hope we gel. I hope we do good. I just got to see more, Hoodie. When you told me that, that's cool. But you're not a real fan when you're just ready to trash some motherfucker right out. Like, just ready. Boop, bye.
Yep.
Oh, you made one
Give 'em
mistake again.
time.
Boop. You know, that's just not a real fan to me. Like, you can't just give up on your quarterback after one season when he's literally brand new to the team. You got to give people time so they can get their chemistry and everything together. Know what the right and the wrongs, you know, like what goes good with your team, what doesn't work for your team. You know what I'm saying, J Live? You just got to give people time. But when you don't give people time and you just give up on them on the first few games and in the first year, how are you supposed to make chemistry? Like, what if we went and got a rookie quarterback? You know, let's say we went and got, I don't know, Deion Sanders' What if he struggles in the first season? You ready to move on to now? You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, give people time. Give them their time to gel. Give them time to get their chemistry together. You can't form a team and form chemistry if you're giving up on everybody halfway through the season or after one season. But that's just how I feel.
Shador would look good in this back. So.
Hey,
Anyway.
I do like Sanders. I do like Jaden Daniels as well from LSU.
Yeah.
You know, there's other things that I like. What's up, bad boy Chifu, man? What's up? Who that? I see everybody down there.
Man, that's cool.
So J Live, what was so let me ask you, when you watched the Coast game last week, and what was some of the positives that you seen that you liked? You know, like some things that you seen from Pete Carmichael's play calling, you know, some from the you know, some from the plays, you know, that you seen Carr in them run, Nathan run, you know, like what was some of the positive stuff that you like?
Well, the positive, my number one positive was the play calling in the red zone by Pete. You know, him just incorporating Taysom. I mean, every time you incorporate Taysom in the red zone, I would say 8 out of 10 times it's going to end up in your favor. Like the guy is a red zone god. He really is. He scores, bro. He finds the end zone. You mix in him, just getting the balls to our playmakers. Him, Kamara. You know, one thing I don't understand, they better start incorporating Jimmy Graham in the red zone. It makes no
Especially
sense.
when you get to that 5-yard line and you got to pass it.
All right, bro, a jump ball. Come on, man.
Yeah.
What we doing? Like they got to incorporate him, bro.
Hey, I said that before the Green Bay game, and then we ended up using him and got a touchdown. So maybe we can do that again.
Yep. Like I said, this team can easily make a stretch. And like I said, J Love, I'm gonna say it over and over again until people finally gets it into their head. Tom Brady, the mother effing GOAT, in his first 12 games had a 7-5 record. Oh well, it was Tom Brady that turned it around. They finally turned it around and went on a win streak. You just proved my point then. Y'all just proved my point. The GOAT even struggled in his first 12 games with his team. So do you not think Derek Carr is going to struggle in his first 12 games with his team, not having everything together yet? And I'm going to say it over and over, J-Lob, you know? I'm going to just keep saying that same phrase. If the GOAT can struggle, then I know Derek Carr can struggle as well. That's just how I feel.
Okay.
Oh, now I can ask you, J Live, if you're there still.
I think J Live turned into a cheese.
I don't know what he do. J Live. He probably left his
How's your week? How's your week, Cuddy?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, J Live.
I've been talking to y'all, man. I guess y'all just couldn't hear me.
Yeah, but I can hear you.
Nah, I was saying, to continue on with my positive. I was going to talk about the right tackle. That guy has been showing up. Irwin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Irvin? Is it Irvin or Irwin?
Who?
The right tackle.
The right tackle was Ramczyk.
No. For this last, not for this last game, it was Ramczyk. But before then,
Oh, you're talking about left tackle. Left tackle was Irvin, and then after Irvin played that one game or two games, then they went Andrews Pete left tackle.
was it left tackle? I thought it was right tackle. When
Yeah,
Ramczyk went out for a little bit.
Yeah, it was Irvin that held it down on the right side because Andrews Pete was on your left side with Max
Right.
Garcia.
Right. I thought he did a good job, but I really didn't hear too much about him. I know we was talking about the coach, but I just want to throw that out there.
No, you're good. You're good.
Uh,
So, what are some positive? I said positive. What are some things that you think the Saints need to do this weekend against the Bears to continue the success that they had in the Colts game?
Taysom involved Taysom more in the game plan. Definitely keep him up there. Definitely, and get Michael Thomas involved. I like how they start working the middle of that field. It's been open all year. I'm glad they started to take advantage of it. You got the players and playmakers to take advantage of the middle of the field, bro. Like,
And guess
big
what?
time.
That's the sad part, bro. That's the sad part that hurts my feelings when you said that. It hurts my feelings to know that you literally just said hit the middle of the field. Do you know where Derek Carr is the best at?
What, in the middle?
Drawing at the middle of the field, bro. And they haven't even been running plays in the middle. And that's where he drives at, hitting targets in the middle of the field, not the outside. That's why his game ain't looking the best either. Why are you going to the outside when you know Carr's when he plays the best? Carr literally plays the goddamn best, drawing towards the middle. And now you're finally drawing towards the middle. And look at them throws that were beautiful to Michael Thomas up the middle. It's crazy. And you remember how you just told me, as well, J Live, you was telling me about we got to utilize our boy Taysom Hill more, right? Well, this is a thing that I would like to post up. I'm gonna share it on the screen in a second for you. Just give me 1 second because I'm add it to my podcast. Hold on. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna use my phone to add it, so I can share this with every single body. Let's see if it pops up on my screen. Is it up here yet? Yep, it did. J Live, you said you said we need to utilize Taysom Hill more, right?
Right.
Look at this.
Crazy.
If that's the case, why haven't we been doing this?
You know what? We got so many. At least we think we got so many weapons, but we don't have no surefire weapon like Taysom Hill. I'm talking about Mr. Come Through every rip. I love Taysom, bro. I tell you, I look. If we ever had to go, if it ever, God forbid, but if it ever happened, shit, I'll watch every Saints game with Taysom playing quarterback. And then look, I wouldn't miss a beat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, he's definitely one of my favorite players, though.
I don't know. That's just me, though. Like you said, look, utilize this man more. Utilize this man more in the red zone.
Right. Pull those guards, man.
Utilize this man more on the field as well. He's showing you every time you draw it towards his way, he's gonna grab it for you. Just saying.
Right. And open up his route. I want to say that, yeah, open up his route tree, bro.
Yep.
Like he's not just a one-trick pony. His hands is ridiculous.
Utilize this man more,
bro,
especially in the red zone.
You saw that catch he made that didn't count as a touchdown, but man.
Yeah.
Bro, that's one thing, like they say. Everybody talk about his speed, bro, but his hands are so underrated. That boy
Use this
catches
guy.
all.
And now you got to use this guy, right? More when you get in the red zone. You saw what happened last week when you draw an angle route to him, touchdown. Use this guy more in the middle of the field where he's so good at. Use this guy and get him started early to where he can have that momentum and get himself, back on track. And then once you put all of that together, guess what happens? We look like this. We won. We gained a yard. Woo! We'll be like the Little Giants movie. We gain a yard. Just think of that. We'll be that happy because we finally doing the right things.
And look, and we're utilizing our backs.
Yeah,
Oh,
especially
hey, I
Jamal
want to
Williams.
see. Yeah, I want to see Jamal Williams get more involved. But I like the way they mixed in Kendre Miller. Also, man. I mean,
Yep.
that was nice. Look, we look nice. We look nice when we was running that route. But how are the Bears defenses and all that? I don't know if they rank. Do you?
Who?
The Bears.
What, defense or are you talking about like total?
Their defense.
I think somebody said the Bears defense was ranked like 28th right now, but that don't always,
Right.
that
Sometimes
don't
matchup.
always. Yeah, it says
Sometimes
right now.
matchups equate to wins and wins and losses.
It says that the Bears okay, hear me out on this one. You know how everybody says the Buccaneers defense is really good because the weapons they have. Did you know that the Buccaneers is ranked 25? The Jaguars, who has a good defense, is ranked 24, and the Bears are ranked above them at 23.
I guess they've been having a couple of bad weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I tell you what, the Saints need to stop.
Saints is ranked at 15. I said 15. Ranked at number 5 right now.
We need to stop running that damn wheel route against Tampa Bay. This doesn't work.
Oh, and that's another thing right here. You know how the Falcons are 4-4?
Yeah.
The Falcons are 4-4 with us. You know this Falcons defense right now is ranked number 6 right behind us with defensive yard average, 296.6 yards average. And then remember we played the Lions in a few weeks. They're ranked number 7. So when we go up against the Lions, the Falcons, the Vikings, who's ranked number 11 in defense right now. So we're going to have some good defenses. Rams ranked number 17. We're going to be going to get some pretty good, decent defenses coming up soon.
I bet you.
The Bears are 23. So the Bears ain't that bad. If they 23, that's not that bad.
Probably look. We should roll. We should roll right through them, bro. I just hope they just continue to build on what works and add to it and just continue to build, man.
And whatever doesn't work, fix it.
All right.
I
want to see Juwan Johnson get more involved too, man.
Yeah, that's something else that needs to happen. I mean, another thing that I noticed too, that I can see as if I was a head coach of another team, I can see it from a mile away. When Derek Carr goes to Chris Olave and Chris Olave just misses it, like off his helmet, or it doesn't look good, or something doesn't go right for Carr, and Olave on that play, if they try to go back to him on the next play to try to make up for it. To try to get him back and rid him. I noticed that. Like every time something bad goes between him and Olave doesn't go the right way, they hurry up and they try to do it again. Not the same play, but try to get it back into his hands. So that's something that I would do. If I was the coach for the Bears, I'd be like, look, if Olave doesn't do something on this play, I know they're going to him on the next play because they're going to try to get his momentum started. So that's one thing I noticed a lot too, that they can easily change up before people start noticing. And like the guy on the Colts, number 44, their linebacker asked Lynn Bowden last week on the field. They said number 5, and Lynn Bowden was like, "Yeah." And he was like, he said, "You don't get the ball, huh? You just block." He was talking shit to Lynn Bowden, and then Lynn Bowden tagged him in it. tagged them in the text, and it said, tagged them on their thing because somebody posted that, and Lynn Bowden said, "Did the Saints win or lose this game?" ? I got a case. So look, hold on. Let's see if I can pull it up for you, so you can hear it.
All right.
That's what number 44 of them said about him.
One of them nice sound bites, man.
That's crazy, though.
Yeah, hoodie, man. Shit. I'm about to bring my ass to bed, bro. But I appreciate you being on tonight, man. I always appreciate your channel.
No problem, man. Like I said, I appreciate everybody. Like I said, unless you're one of those shitty ass fans that just ready to trash people and don't want to give the credit where it's due, and you're just waiting for one mistake to happen and start doing something, then please unsubscribe and just leave. That's all I ask. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to see you, because that's not a real person. That's not what the channel is about. We're about supporting our Saints and hoping that we win a Super Bowl, hoping that we can make it to the playoffs. We're not here to ready to just trash somebody. That's just me, J Live. I just don't like people trashing somebody, waiting for something bad to happen, when in reality you want to wait for something good to happen. Because it's your team. So, but thank you for coming on, J Live, man.
But hoodie, I also gotta rebut. And you can't be just all cut and dry. There may be your team, but you gotta hold your team accountable. You gotta hold your team accountable, bro. So don't get mad at fans for holding this team fucking accountable. If you playing like shit in New Orleans, we're gonna tell you you're playing like shit.
No, you can hold them. I already told you, you can hold people accountable. But when they finally do good, giving their damn credit and stop trying to just wait for one bad thing to happen. Like you waiting on it to happen. You know what I'm saying? Don't be that type of person.
Look, I know how you can take it like that. I think what it is, hoodie, people are just you want to say, damn, that was a good game by Derek Carr. But you still got that one eye open, like, all right, is that a good game? Is that a good game by Derek Carr? Or did they just run up against a shitty ass team?
But you shouldn't think of like that. Like Carr, oh, he had a bad game. He sucks. He's the worst quarterback. Instead of thinking of it's still early in the season, he hasn't fully gelled yet. The man's still probably fighting that damn shoulder injury that he did because the O-line was ass. You still know the play calling wasn't the best. Like everything was not gelling together. And we just ready to trash the guy. But when he finally does good and stuff looking good, they can't even give him credit. They're just ready to find something that was wrong about it. That's what makes me mad. Like, give the credit. Like, if you ready to trash him when he makes one little mistake on the game, like just in the first quarter, he makes one little mistake, you ready to trash him. You do the same thing when he does good. Be ready to give him credit.
I tell you what, one thing about in New Orleans, hoodie, you can earn the respect of the fans. Like Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram had to earn the respect of the fans, but he did. And now Mark Ingram, we love him forever, in the Who Dat Nation.
Yep.
Derek Carr, I say, let Derek Carr earn.
Hey,
let him earn it.
J-Live, look at this. Look at my boy Tim Dunn said. Hoodie, stay positive. It took Brady half a season for Brady to gel in Tampa. Hey, I am positive, Tim. This is what I'm trying to tell everybody else. I said the same thing you said.
We're positive too, but we're just watching closely. We're watching very closely. I know I am. Hey, but hoodie, like I told Dolph on his show, I want my props. I've been crying for Andres Pete to play left tackle. Everybody else was like, "Oh, you crazy." I'm like, you crazy. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to tell you.
Well, Andres Pete feels it
is. Yeah, that's what he played in college.
That's what I'm saying. So why are we bringing people from college and put them in different positions? Is that why they're not looking good?
Now, I think that has a lot to do with it because
Like Cesar
even when
Ruiz, he was a center, not a guard.
yeah,
So if he was a center and you had Aaron McCoy, who was a great center, then why didn't you waste your first round pick
hey,
instead of
that's
wasting
what
on
I
Cesar
want to
Ruiz, go
ask you,
for a
Woody.
guard?
I want to ask you about Hurts. Like, what you think? How you feel about that? Should they reinsert Hurts or lead a line like it is?
To be honest with you, we've been having Max Garcia at guard, um, and Max Garcia really ain't that good, to be honest with you. So if I was them, I would probably put James Hurst back in at left guard, and not put James Hurst at tackle and then Pete back at guard. I would leave Pete at tackle and put Hurst back into the guard position because he wasn't that bad at guard.
If I had to just trust my eyes, I say that every time Hurts on the field, I know he on the field. I mean, throughout the game. Like if Hurts is playing, sometimes I may not. I hear Max Garcia name, but not as much as as I hear Hurts. Like I think Max. I think the way this line has played, I think you kind of got to leave Max on the field because, like I said, you got to earn it. I don't think Hurst earned it when he had his time on the field. This young guy is coming in pretty much giving us what you're giving us, but he has a lot of upside, at least more upside than you. Because at this point in time in your career, this is who you are. I think they need to leave that. I think they need to leave Max Garcia in there and see how this train keep moving, man. He had a couple good blocks too, bro. Like he had some good run blocks. They on some of those pull plays.
Yeah,
He did.
I want to see Saunders in more at fullback.
That was nice. And see, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Stuff like that, bro. Be creative. I don't care if you take one great play away from another team in the NFL, every week, but always have a play, something in your back pocket that you can pull out, man. Be creative in your play calling, man. But I think Pete Carmichael, that was a beautiful game plan. I mean, shit, if he can that game plan would work against just about everybody we have on our schedule. Like seriously, he definitely needs to be. He needs to implement exactly what he did, and maybe change up plays, whatever. But get the ball in your playmaker's hand, and make sure the ball is getting spread it out.
Yep.
You
Instead
spread,
of
you
one
spread,
player.
right? You spread the ball out, bro. You can beat anybody.
Yep.
You can beat anybody.
Yep. And give Taysom Hill them carries, like I showed you that record. We are 17-1. We got a 17-1 winning
Taysom
record.
need to be kickoff returner.
Shit, if he did that too, he'll probably just be trucking people.
He was. It wasn't. Then he used to catch punts, right?
I think so. A
And
little
then
bit.
he catch a punt. A little bit.
He might have when everybody got hurt. When we had Hardy,
Yeah,
and
if
Hardy
there
was
was
hurt,
something
and
like
everybody was
that.
hurt.
I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking shit because I'm delirious and tired. Look, let me bring my ass to bed, hoodie, bro.
All right, man. Later.
Come out, man. All right, bro.
Who that?
Appreciate your show, bro. Who that?
No problem. Who that? Well, who that to everybody? Thank you, everybody that came on tonight. I know it's been a while since your boy's been live. Like I said, again, I've been sick. I've been sick for like 5 days, and then when I finally got healthier and felt good, your boy has been working his 2 jobs, making sure he got back on his feet, make sure he's back at work, working his jobs and making sure he's good. And I had off tonight from my other job, so I felt like I can go live with y'all, and I wanted to go live with y'all. So it's been a minute, but we're gonna get back on track. You know, hopefully I don't have to worry about getting sick again and dealing with that, drama and bull crap again, and having to get back to work and doing all kind of shit. So hopefully that's the last of the sickness for a while, and to where I can get back on track doing my videos and doing my live podcast with everybody and stuff like that. And I just can't wait for the game Sunday to see how that goes. But With that being said, thank you, Mikey. Thank you, Miss Megan. Thank you, JLive504 for coming on. Thank you, everybody that tuned on in tonight. You know, especially on NOLA, my bad boy Seafood, Tim Dunn, Jerry Poor. You know, Jerry the old freaking G came in here as well. Rose City came in here as well. I remember Elite Goods was in here once. Jawan 1K Gaming was in here as well. Mama Juby was in here. So who that's everybody that tuned on in and watched it and came on and talked and everything. So I truly appreciate y'all. Glad to be back and can't wait for Sunday's game. And most likely I might be able to go live right before the game and, you know, get everybody's predictions and stuff like that before the game and get y'all thoughts and everything. But we won't be able to do a watch party because I have work that day. But before work, I can probably do that little prediction, you know, preview again right before. So with that being said, love y'all. And like I tell everybody, until the next video or live podcast that we do, all I can tell everybody, who that, baby? We out of here.